Hi, you guys. I want to talk to you guys again about depression. This time, I want to talk to you about the actions that you do create the chemicals that you feel. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that you can dictate your life and how you feel by the actions that you do. You see, there's very specific things that you can do that create chemicals in your body. So, for instance, there's this thing called laughter therapy. And so, like, do a little test. Like, just sit there and start laughing. And laugh for like 5 minutes. Put a timer on. Just go, ha 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 ha. And after a while, especially if you do it with some friends, you'll start looking at each other and really laughing because you're acting so stupid. And you're like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. And we're looking at each other going, oh my God, we're idiots. And suddenly, you just get this wave of this feeling that kind of comes over you that feels so good. It's like a euphoric chemical got released and you get these endorphins. You're like, you know what? I feel like doing something. Okay, so what does that tell you? Well, it's interesting because when you think about actions that people do when they're depressed, why don't you think about it? So, like, what do you do when you're depressed? You isolate, you mope, you cry, you start self-sabotaging. You do things that you know will make you feel bad. Like you eat a whole cake or a whole thing of ice cream. And you're like, oh my God, I feel sick. Now I'm depressed because I just did this. And now I'm going to really be fat. So when you do things, those actions like isolate and cry and mope and self-sabotage, when you do those things, it creates a chemical in your body that makes you feel even worse. So let's say you're not depressed and you just start isolating for whatever reason. Let's just say you're busy, overworked, or something like that. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to start producing a chemical and it's going to make you depressed. And suddenly you're going to go to the doctor and you're saying, oh, I'm depressed. And you're going to get on some kind of anti-depression medication. And then you're going to be a slave to that medication that has all these side effects that you have to take other medications to get rid of the side effects. And before you know, you're taking 20 pills. Or maybe one day it just stops working and you have to get on something else. And then you have a side effect to that medication. So why don't you just avoid all that and start producing the natural cocktail in your body that you need? So let's talk about that, okay? What do happy people do? Think about it. Go outside your box for a second and I want you to imagine a happy person. Who do you know that's happy? And if you don't know anybody that's happy, then you need to get some new friends. So let's look at people that are happy. Maybe you've seen somebody in the store, okay? So I've gone into the grocery store and I've seen happy people. And what are they doing? Sometimes you'll see this older woman who's just kind of going like this and she's smiling and she's humming. Da, 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 da. Or an older man and he's like whistling. And you're like, that's a happy person. And it kind of makes you feel good and you give them a little smile and they smile back at you and they say, have a blessed day. So and then they kind of give you that gift. And it kind of makes you feel good because they threw out some of that energy at you. So happy people smile. They sing, they dance, they laugh, and they socialize. So if all else fails and you don't have any friends, go out there and meet some. There's this website called meetup.com. It's not a dating website. It is like just a networking thing where you can find people that like to meditate, people that like to jog, people like to walk the dogs, whatever, movie watching, out to eat, eating, whatever it is, Go meet some people, okay? Socialize. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get out there and do it, okay? And just start doing it. Get out there and do it. And you'll start noticing that just by socializing, you feel better. And just do it and do it and do it. And if you read that little comment I said on my Facebook about being confident, don't tell me that I'm not confident to socialize. Because here's the thing. confidence only comes from doing something over and over again. Okay? So if you're not confident about socializing, then you need to socialize. You need to get out and you need to do the same thing over and over again until you finally get confident. Because eventually you will get good at it and you will feel good about it. And you'll find a network of people that you like. And if you don't like this group of people because they're like conspiracy theorists or something, then go find another one. Go find a religious group that you absolutely love because they like Bible banging or something. Or find a pillow throwing group or a dog walking group. Oh, everybody likes dogs and I like dogs. I'm a dog lover. So yeah, okay, there you go. You got your group of friends. So there's so much now. We have technology. So get out there and find those friends. Okay? So let's say you're still struggling and you can't get off of the damn sofa to go out there to the meetup group to meet the friends. Okay? Because that chemical is weighing you down. You feel like, and you're just, because you've been isolating so long, the chemicals just giving you a surge. It's like somebody gave you a drug of depression. Okay? So here's what you do. You go turn on the TV, on your smart TV. If you don't have one, then plug your phone into the TV or your computer into the TV or however you want to do it. I don't care. Laptop, whatever, cell phone. And blast some jamming music. And when I say jamming music, I'm not talking about country western music where you want to sit there and listen to somebody singing about losing their wife and drinking all night, okay? What I'm talking about is the music that makes you want to dance, where you're just kind of like, yeah, and you're smiling and you know all the words. And you're like wanting to sing out loud because you know these words. You've known this for a long time. So I want you up and moving. I want you to listen to that music and make you kind of get up and start moving. And suddenly you're going to want to clean the house. And then you're going to feel, oh my God, I accomplished something. I feel good. A sense of accomplishment starts to kick in. Or maybe you're just like, you know what? I think I want to put my bathing suit on and go to the pool. Or maybe, you know what? I think I might be energetic enough to go to the gym. Or you know what? I am going to go to one of those meetup groups. Or I am going to go join the singles group at the church, or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? Just stop doing the things that have created the problem that is there right now. Okay? And start doing something different. So, to wrap this up, isolation, crying, moping, self-sabotaging acts, any actions, those actions create depression. Okay? So, laughing, singing, dancing, doing all those things, socializing, and anything that makes you feel, listening to music, whatever, whistling, smiling, creates serotonin and a little bit of adrenaline, gets a nice little cocktail going where you're feeling kind of good, and suddenly you're wanting to do things and you feel so much better. Okay? So, let your actions control your feelings instead of letting your feelings control your actions. This is Michelle Thompson signing off. Have a wonderful day.